My name is J.S. Williams. This is Comfort number 2. So, earlier today, I was watching the video before I went to work with Pretty Good Gaming. Now, these two gentlemen are free to their opinion, and I personally am not getting paid by BioWare to condemn these guys. I'm not here to condemn them guys because, in my personal opinion, they were wrong, and they're a couple of haters. Simple as that. I don't know their names because apparently I missed them announcing who the hell they were, but they're young white guys, and that's cool. So, we all know that BioWare's Andromeda guy was a slight racist towards white people. Alright? His influence has nothing to do with my opinion because I don't know the fucker. He's an Indian with the dots, where I come from the Indians with the feathers. Alright? So if that didn't sound racist, I don't know what did. But I don't have the right to be a racist because I'm also black and I'm also white. So these two guys were really putting the game down. They were like putting the game down. It's the worst Mass Effect game ever. Blah blah blah. This, that, the third. Everything that they said was only like half truths. Now my question is, did they actually play the game? Did they run it all the way through, or did they get to like as far as Daddy Ryder making it and then dying because they were either going to be Sarah or they were going to either be Scott and they didn't like the gameplay. And I don't have a 4K TV, so I'm really missing the experience because I have a regular ass smart TV and I'm happy with my Samsung product. Now, I will say this. I have less complaints than these guys. This is my complaint right here. I paid almost $30 for this book, and every map that's in this book is not in the fucking game. That's my real complaint, and then the fact that my PlayStation is tripping and I can't save anything, and it's been like this since I got the game. I've replaced the game, and it's still doing the same shit, so PlayStation is sending me a box to replace my game. So I'm going to play the fuck out of it until I send it off. Now, people who will agree with me, like I said, it's down the middle. I can't say I don't have a complaint, because that would be a lie. I can say my complaints are minute and small. If anything, Mass Effect Andromeda has piqued my curiosity on how much further they can take the thing. And these two young men are saying that this is it, it's over, there should be no more Mass Effect games. I'm like, dude, did you go all the way to the end? Don't you think that we at least deserve a Korean DLC? Don't you think that we should continue on with the Mass Effect franchise and the Mass Effect lore? Well, apparently these two bionic asshats don't give a shit, or they didn't play the game all the way through, or they didn't play it in intense mode, or they did play it in sanity mode, and that's why they don't like the game, because it was above their level. Now, I've never played in anything other than normal mode or casual mode, just due to the fact that I don't have enough time to put into the game to do all that. I've had theories, I've put them up, and like I said, I'm not insulting these guys, they're entitled to their opinion, but for every 10 people who don't like the game, there's at least 20 people who do. So like I said, it's straight down the fucking middle. Yes, I have complained. I put in my redeemer codes, I can't get my pie jack. Complain about the book, and all the maps that's in the book is not all the maps that's in the game. I have still discovered areas in the game that the book doesn't even fucking mention. So, yeah, I got some complaints. But they're nothing compared to gameplay. I fucking love this game. Now, and I'm only speaking for me. I'm not speaking for BioWare. And like I said, I don't care about the two young asshats. That's their opinion. If they want to hate the game, hey, knock yourself out. There have been plenty of games that I love that people hate. And for all PlayStations and Xboxes and shit. And some games for the Xbox don't come to the PlayStation, but I still love the game. I just don't love the system that it's on. But as far as, Mass Effect Andromeda, I don't think these guys actually played the game. Honestly, because, I'm thinking that, okay, well, haters are going to hate, and they clearly hate the game. I don't hate them for hating the game, but I don't agree with what they said. And I have that right to not agree with what they said, because they were sitting in there, they're like, well, this is the worst Mass Effect game ever. They should have stopped at the trilogy, blah, blah, blah. And they were really insulting the game. They were putting the game down, and they pointed out some good points. But the problem is, some of the things they pointed out is not 100% accurate. The game has good moments, and it has bad moments, and it has tear-jerking moments, and it has moments that make you say, damn, I probably should have shot that goddamn guy back on Vol. But the thing is, you don't have the right to make other people hate the game because you hate the game. I don't have the right to make people love the game. There's an equal amount of people who do both. As far as I'm concerned, BioWare, you don't have to give me a job. I would love to take a job and work on the next Mass Effect since they completely obliterated Edmonton and Montreal in their video conversation about why Mass Effect was devastatingly destroyed or whatever. And then they talked about how too much exploration or not enough exploration. I can't remember. I think the exploration is fine. I think that the Nomad should probably have a defense cannon of some sort. Maybe not the Thanix cannon, because it does a fuck ton of damage, but some means of defense outside of evade and drive really fast. Because you know you can't really drive fast when you're in climbing mode, but you can drive dastardly fast when you're not. You know, and I honestly, I don't have nothing personal against those two guys. Because like I said, I haven't gotten my fucking pie jack. But also, when the game was released, they didn't offer, when I went to GameStop didn't even know about the other two offerings of the video game until like 2 hours before the release. By then, I've already paid for the first one. I still don't have my damn pie jack. I do have Shady the Pet Rat though, so that's cool. But I would really like to have my damn pie jack. But I have complained about the trilogy and how you can get shit on the PC that you can't get on the PlayStation or Xbox, which totally fucking sucks, and I think that that's not fair. I think that you should be able to get mods for the PlayStation and the Xbox so that we can have the experience that the guys on the PC have. Okay, so maybe I wanted Femme Shepherd to run around butt-ass naked. Okay, I don't want to watch Male Shepherd run around butt-ass naked, because if I'm going to look at a penis, it's going to be mine. But, as looking at Femme Shepherd running around in a thong and butt-ass naked and actually wearing dresses and better hairstyles, hell yeah, we should have that too, for those who don't have a PC. Now, not everyone has a PC, because sometimes PCs, there are three categories of gamers. You have the PCs, who basically are aces at every fucking thing, and they can work one computer and play the other at the same damn time, and you have gamers, and then you have me. Now, I'm a novice. I'm new to the gaming thing, but I only play RPGs or I play wrestling. And I have complained about things like, if I pay $60 for the damn game, why should I pay 70 or 40 fucking dollars more for a fucking DLC that you could have just put in the game? I have little complaints. Like this whole thing about the pie jacks and the hoodie, and it's like really minute shit. Other than that, I thoroughly enjoy the game. I've discovered shit, and like I tell everybody who plays Mass Effect, it is a new game every fucking time you play it. Now, granted, when I play Sarah Ryder, I try to load up her whole thing, and my thing started tripping, so I created a new Sarah Ryder and who I can't save, and I'm only going as far as I can until I have to mail the damn thing off. But my old Sarah Ryder, all four of them got completely erased when I reinitialized the damn thing because my PlayStation just was tripping. But the game itself, I beat it at least twice before that shit happened. And I will tell you, I didn't get to play Scott. And I started playing Scott when the game had to get reinitialized, and I couldn't rebuild him, I couldn't delete him, I couldn't save him, all kinds of glitches were going on with that thing. So I'm like, okay. So when I got the game replaced, same shit started happening within a week. But it's not the game, it's the system itself. But I will say for whoever likes Mass Effect, I know you're behind me. I will say for whoever doesn't like Mass Effect, they're behind those two guys who decided to be asshats and chunk down everybody working for BioWare in Edmonton and Montreal. Okay, one, if you don't develop games, you probably shouldn't really come down on the people who bust their ass so that we can have 10, 12, 14 hours of game time. Because making a game is fucking hard work, And if you're not part of that problem, you're like me, you're out here playing the game and putting money in their pockets, which is cool, then you should probably give them some fucking credit for attempting to make your day a little bit better than it has been. Now, on the other hand, I don't have no complaints about the guys that make the game. They're working hard. They're busting their ass to make the game. My only complaint is that, you don't offer enough DLCs, and when you do offer a DLC, it costs just as much as the fucking game, which is bullshit. No DLC should be over $10. I'm sorry, it shouldn't be, because most games are $60 fucking dollars, unless you have money and you got the game that has the actual Nomad and it comes with the diecast box for the game and has like the book of maps, not this specific book where you have to pay an arm and a leg to I don't know where that marker came from, but I'm gonna have to put it back in there. You know, it doesn't make sense that you have to pay almost the same amount for the game. Okay, I think I found out where that marker goes. The same amount for the game that you have to pay for the fucking DLC. And I'm like, that's kind of a fucking double fuck for all that. You just give me the game for $80. I don't want to pay $80 for a game, but it doesn't mean I won't. But it better be a hell of a fucking game. And for me, the Mass Effect trilogy, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I had some PTSD problems or PTSD problems, whatever the fuck you want to call it, when I got out of the military. So I went to my psychiatrist for a while, and she told me that if you have some kind of outlet to keep doing that. So the Mass Effect trilogy basically saved my life, because suicidal thoughts amongst vets is one of the things that's always been on the rise since 1995. And no one who's not a vet doesn't know how that shit feels, alright? Because, waking up and wanting to die is not something that most people will cop up to admitting to every fucking day. But also, I got to go on an adventure. I got to end the enemy's lives without really virtual consequences of my psyche going nuts. Because I know that on this game, I'm not really hurting anybody. And in real life, combat, it's a one-shot deal. Either you going home or you're not. That guy next to you is going home or he's not. And they prepare you for that shit. But what they don't prepare you for is the fucking aftermath. And for everybody who's chunking down the Mass Effect game, it is a game about space exploration. And every now and again, you may have to take arms to do your thing. Where the trilogy was about space exploration, but it was also more about, I got to save everybody in my universe. Now, the only slight difference between that and Andromeda is that you still have to save people, but you're trying to find a place to live so that people can actually have a life. And these guys were saying that the story totally sucked, which they're wrong. The story truly was amazing. I'm going to make a second video. Be seeing you.